Hello everyone, how are you today? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, June 13th, 2023. And I'm Lindell from South Carolina, and I want to try and make a little project for you today. I'm going to cut this because I want to finish cutting this piece, this star that I had kind of started cutting out 2 stars. I put a link to my store for you to go and shop around and look around and see what you think about it. This transfer is one of our 18 by 18, a size D, I think we call that. And it had these 2 stars, and they fit on our star cutouts. We do have star cutouts. This fits, and there's a large star, a medium star, and a small star. The small star is more this size. We're not using the cutouts. However, I'm going to use this one. And I'm using our, I did use our chalk suede 12 by 12 pack paper. It's coated so that we can chalk on it. And I've already taken a piece, and I, of course, cut it down to size. And then I found a free template from, I believe, the Graphics Fairy, and it is a free template I put in Patriotic stars, I believe is what I put in. So what happened was stars came up, and different stars came up. And then I had to size the way that I thought it would work. And I wanted to use this double-sided box frame that has been used. It has Happy Easter on it. And we're going to decoupage over that. We're going to decoupage the Star Spangled Banner. And we're also, we're going to cut this down, of course, and it'll be the Star Spangled Banner. And that was a piece of vintage music. And then we're gonna chalk on this little star and put it over that, and put some. My plan is to do some messy fabric bow ribbon, and I had all of these colors, these patriotic colors, so patriotic things here. So we're going to see, and my plan is to use our new paste of the month, which is called Midnight. It's this color, and I'm going to work that. I believe I'm going to leave, the star was printed as an outline star with the red. I'm going to leave that. I cut it pretty good, and I think it came out pretty close. So let's see if we can get this done. And I thought if I put blue flowers, maybe mix them up, red and blue. Let's see how that goes on this little star, because this star will fit on here. It's smaller, of course, than the transfer, but it'll look nice, I think. I think it'll work. I think it'll work. I'm going to put that down over here. We're going to put the rest of this. This we could have done, it's words, but I didn't want to do that because we have words in the music, and we don't need it to be that busy. It's going to be busy enough, I think. So let's put this over here. And let's get cracking here. So the first thing I need to do is I need to decoupage this, and I'm going to pull over pull some decoupage, Mod Podge, I'm sorry, Mod Podge that I got from the dollar store a long while back, Dollar Tree. It says it's open, so we probably want to go ahead and use it. Now, when I do this, I'm going to try to use my little press, heat press in here to reactivate the Mod Podge to put this down nicely. So let's go ahead and get the Mod Podge on here and get that established. And I believe I'm gonna go ahead and use, I'm gonna wet it first, a sponge roller, because I think it'll go nicer. Yeah, I think that'll go nice. So I might not get it the way we want it to the edges, though. That might be a problem, because this edge, this little thing, and let me see, let me get some. I'm not taping this off for Mod Podge. That's just not gonna happen here. I forget to use my turntable the way it should be used, like really use it, turn things around and use it. I wind up moving them around with my hands. That's okay. Hope you're having a great day, it's an evening for us here, and it's been a nice, beautiful day. Very windy, very, very windy. I would say we were in the windy city of Chicago if I didn't know better. So tomorrow night I'm gonna go, we are going, Ray and I are going, we're both gonna participate at what we call a chalk tour. And that is an event for Chalk Couture puts on all over the country. And it's an evening with creating with other designers and making something and getting having a fun fellowship time. So we'll get to see people that we've met maybe online through our groups, but we haven't ever met them in person, and some we know. And it's an awesome, awesome thing. And if you ever want to research being on my team, there is a wonderful perks pack to sign up right now for June while supplies last. And you can't beat it. Get a ton of supplies for like $59, I think. So, okay, so let's set this aside. And then now I'm going to, I wanted to, wrinkle it, which is going to make it harder to make it adhere, I guess. But I'm going to take a brush of sorts, and I'm going to take my Distress Oxide Ground Espresso, and I'm going to just make this look kind of, well, we won't do it with that because that broke. Okay, toss it. Whoops. We'll just use a little brush. I was gonna use a, maybe a piece of foam. Let's do that. Let's do some foamy stuff here. Let's see. Let's pounce it. Let's pounce it with some foam and just kind of give it some edging here. I'm just putting the Distress Oxide on the foam, and I'm probably, I was going to age it, but then I decided not to go too much because my star is, I'm going to have to age it if I do that because it's bright white. I'm going to look at the back of it and see how that ages. That ages pretty good, actually. I mean, I pounced it. That takes the cake there. So we'll probably do something like this. But we'll not do that until after we have put the transfer on it and put chalk paste on it with those little flowers. I think that's going to look awesome. So what I'm doing now is I crinkled this up, and I will, I'm going to kind of measure it and make it you can go on you can do Google search and you can find vintage sheet music, and you can size it, and you can do it's pretty much you just have to be careful. Some sites you have to be careful about. You have to get the right site that's not copyrighted or anything. So that's the best thing to do. Now let's ballpark what I want the Star Spangled Banner to show. So I'm gonna take my water pen, and we're gonna make this edged with water and tear it. Give it a worn look, ragged look. So there seems to be more paper on one side than the other on the side of around the music. So let's see how this goes. That had oh goodness, that picked up the Distress Oxide on the water pen. That would dirty a napkin in a hurry. So, all right, what I've done here is, I could have burned this a little bit, but that's not what I did, not what I chose to do. Always tear in a downward motion a little bit. Now, this paper is not that thin, so it has to be worked a little bit. Some of it I think didn't get wet enough is the problem. But we want it to have that torn, worn look, but not burned. I didn't want I mean, I thought about the burned look, but I didn't want the burned look. So that's kind of what we have. We'll finish out this little bit here, and then do the top. And we don't want to take too much. We just want to take a tiny little bit, because it will fit pretty good in this box frame. And it'd be kind of like in a shadow area. I tore too much there. So, like I said, check my link out and see what you think. And please, if you come and watch and you're on the replay, put hashtag replay so that I know you came. A lot of people view but don't say anything or do anything, and then it doesn't count for to help me a lot. So, okay, so now we want to make sure that we have the Star Spangled Banner down, and we're going to do this, and we're going to have to tear a lot off here. So I'm edging it a little bit so I know just how much. I wasn't sure. I knew that there was more going to come off the bottom, but I wasn't sure how much, because I didn't test it. I did not test it. So the top, the bottom needs a lot more. Goodness gracious. We're going to take that whole last bar off, the whole last, all the bottom of the page there. Okay. And this will be it, I think. Okay. Now, the Mod Podge is still a little bit tacky. Well, y'all, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull it up one more time. And as much as I did not want to do it, I thought I had a lighter here, but no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna tear it. Just tear it. It's not too much, but I don't want to take off the, this is double-sided, so it won't matter what's on the other side, but we're gonna, okay, let's see if we've done it better now. I just get involved, sorry. I forget to look up and to talk and to chat, so. Okay, this is what we're going with. Ooh, I don't want to do that though, y'all. Every time I put it back in, it seems like it grew. It feels almost like it grew. I know it didn't grow. Okay, I'm gonna try and wet as much of this as I can. I mean, wet it really well. I think it should be wetting. And I kind of think I'm going to take a little bit over here off because it just seems like it probably needs it. Okay, one more time. One more try here. One more try. Let's see. Yeah, that's tearing a little better. This is tearing as well, so maybe we finally found our perfect spot here. Okay, this is going to be it. Now, we're putting it down in here. Perfect. Let's take our parchment paper and let's take our iron that's not heated. Okay. Let the iron heat up well, and our heat press. And we need to fuzz this thing really good, this piece here, because it's going to stick really well to that piece of paper, to this chalk suede. It's going to stick a lot better to it than it would to anything. It's like almost sticking with glass or something because it's because of the texture. So let's just get it all fuzzed up here. Fuzz it a bunch of times. I think that's a good idea. I have a lot of stuff on this towel, it seems, too. So let's say this is good, for good sake. I'm gonna flip it this way, and I think you can see where I'm going with that. I want to, oh, there is fuzz on it. There's stuff on it. Way too much. Okay. I'm gonna put this star down where it looks like it's pretty level and even all around. And let's let it sit for a minute while we do this, while we heat set our Star Spangled Banner music into this. And because it is has a divot and a dip in it, as being a boxed frame, it makes it a little different to do. But I think the heat press with the little pointed part, and it's able to get in there pretty well. I'm gonna turn it because we may, ooh, that tore the parchment paper. I made parchment paper tear in there. So this seems pretty good. I think we're in good shape here. Wow, look at that. It's got the, oh my goodness, it's perfect. Look at this, y'all. I'll take my X-Acto knife and cut the areas that need to be cut, but look at this. Look how it did the wrinkles. Isn't that awesome? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's awesome. Let's just do a little cutting here. And it's tearing, so that's what we want. Oops, I didn't want to tear that much, but that's okay. We're gonna take our deal and just seal it in there. Okay. Well, I think I need a new knife in here is what I need. Okay, that's not stuck down good, so we're gonna put a little bit more Mod Podge on that and bring that, stick that down a little better. But I'm going to use a brush this time, I believe. Tiny bit. A little more than tiny, but that's okay. Let's use a brush and get it down nice. There was a couple of areas that did not go real well, so let's just secure it. Shouldn't have to do it this way, but that's what has happened. I think the torn pieces caused it to have too much bubble in it, and maybe the iron just didn't want to go down the way it should. So we've got it. We're going to have it covered here. Let's heat it a little, try it, and then go at it again. It turned out, I really like the way it, I like the way it looks. It's got a real more aged and vintage look than it had to start with. Much more. All right, let's try it again. Use this with our, it is on. Much better. Much better. Let's go with the top. Get that all done. Okay, let's say we're good here. All right, so I think we've pretty much done what we needed to do there. It's all good. I like it. I'm happy with it. I'm not unhappy. So I'm going to put that brush in the water bucket. Now, we have, let's put this aside. Let's bring our star out. and our new paste. And I'm still debating, but I think I'm going to go completely with blue and try to put more red in my fabrics. That's what I think I'm going to try to do. So, whew. This was supposed to come last week. My order came and it was left out by, I guess, by mistake. I called, I went in right away to the site and had a chat and said that because this is with an order, you can get this as well. With a $75 order, the color of the month you can get. And blue makes a mess, so if you deal with blue, remember that. Anyway, it came today. They sent it, they expedited it, and I was so glad that I could share it. I didn't expect it to come until tomorrow. Initially, that's what it said, and I wouldn't be here tomorrow because we're going to the Chalk Tour event, and we wouldn't be here. But I'm really happy it's here. And I have blue everywhere. Made a mess. Made a mess on my fingers and my nails. Okay. We're just going to have to hope that works. That does what it needs to do. Okay, we're going to take some paste on the squeegee, and we're just going to run it across this little star. All the screen area of this star is going to get colored with our blue, our midnight paste. And it went beyond and above and whatever, but that's okay too. It's all right. Okay, let's take some of that off, get rid of that. We're about done with that type of stuff, and we can decorate it. Awesome. Okay. I have some paper towels all over the place here I can use. Let's peel and reveal. Okay. Well, it's not exactly what I had hoped for, but it's okay. It's okay. Because I think I'm going to paint it now. After I did all that, I think I'm going to paint it. Because I wanted it darker. I really did. I wanted more distinct. So let's do that. Remember, this is treated paper, so it will take paint. Trying to find a good brush here. Okay. I need to wet it a little bit. Okay, let's try this. Let's just go with this route like this. We're going to paint the whole thing. It's covering the red, and that's okay too, because that's the only way to do it. Now, I could do something else here, and I might. I could clean that transfer. I could clean that and dry this, or I could use the other transfer, the other small one, which is flowers, and do them in white. And that gives a contrast with the blue. But I didn't want to do white. I could do dune, and that would give us a more of a vintage look maybe. Dune is a little yellowy off white. So we're gonna do that more than likely. Why not? We can do what we want to do. This is a blank canvas. So anyway, we're getting excited about Vacation Bible School at our church. Everybody's starting to have Vacation Bible School. Did you see my shirt? This I did today. I inked this today and I posted that. Straighten your crown and handle it. Isn't that cute? Straighten your crown and handle it. Okay, now I will wax this surface before I put the other. And let's see, I think I can open this. The dune. I'm gonna do the dune because the dune's gonna match everything. Yep. Even though there's white, I'm gonna try to grunge these up a little bit as well, so that the white is not so white. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So this is something totally was out of my plan, not planned to do. Let me get that other star. That one has to be washed. And we have the other one. Oh no, the other one has... Nope. Well, I have to wash this one because I need it. It's stars and there's not flowers. So we're gonna move all this away for the minute while you watch me clean a transfer, because we need to use it again. Okay. And I made a mess there too. Let's do this. Okay, the backer sheet is necessary because we have to have that backer sheet to put that back on. And I tried to write, I didn't do it, but I need to write, where's my pen? I need to write, darn, where is my pen? Open to it. Well, people. I need to write the word, here it is. I need to write the word back on here. So, excuse me a minute so I know. Because they both are kind of shiny. One's shinier than the other. But if you stick it on the wrong one, it will pull like paper. So I am simply taking this wipe and cleaning the blue off. That is beautiful blue. It is a beautiful color, beautiful color. So trendy this summer. Let's flip it. Look at that, we have little stars. Let's use this to clean the back side. I am going to pull my board eraser, which is the perfect item to clean with, to clean your transfers, because this is not wet enough for one thing. And the board eraser is going to do what it needs to do. Okay, so look how easy. if you're in a bind and you need to have a transfer that you've just used quickly, this is all you do. You just kind of take a board eraser, get it wet, and I've got to drink some water, y'all. My mouth is so dry. Okay, we'll have it clean, we'll dry it, and use it with the Dune color. This gets sticky again, so you have to turn around and do the same thing. You have to fuzz it. Right now we're going to dry it with all of this blue stuff. I'm trying to get it off my fingers because they are like blue, blue, blue. All my wipes are going to be gone before I know it. I am not planning to do anything else. It's going to be kind of simple with this. This has changed. I mean, it's changed up now because of the fact that, let's get a different towel to dry. I mean, to fuzz it a little bit. That towel needs to be washed. You can throw that in the wash really quick, like get it cleaned up. Our transfers are reusable over and over when you do this with them, when you clean them well. Put them on the backer sheet, they dry. The stickiness comes back, as you can see. I'm having to make it fuzzed again. Okay, so let's wax this surface, being we don't want to pull it up. We don't pull paste up with that sticky on the transfer. If I didn't have enough this is just a clear wax that we use. You can, different companies, Kills makes wax like this, Min wax, as long as it's clear. So now what I've done is, of course, I painted, you saw me paint that. It's not like a real fancy paint. It's not even real even, but it's okay. And now I've waxed it. I don't know if you can see the shiny from the wax. So we're going to place this back onto the transfer. And this time, I'm going to do it this way. Maybe not. It's hard to see. I have little eye problems, you know. That's part of my macular degeneration. It's hard sometimes to see. Okay, I think we'll leave it there. Let's put some Dune stars on it. Make it really quick. I'm just going to use my multi-tool and do that. And it's going over wax, so they may look a little sketchy. That's okay too, because that gives it a nice vintage look. There's just all kinds of things we could do here. So here we are. We are covering each point of the star. Kind of take off the excess paste. And so there's no lines. I'm trying to, we don't need all that extra paste there. Okay. We're pulling it. We're going to see what we got now. Ooh, this paper's been treated, so it's just awesome that we can do all this with it. I'm trying to find the right. I will clean this off camera this time, so you don't have to watch me clean it again. Awesome. That worked perfect, y'all. Perfect. I'm happy with it. We'll dry it, but until we do. Perfect. Perfect. I'm happy. Oh, happy, happy, happy. Now, I have a mess here where we tore that song. The sides of it. I have shredded paper all over the place here. So that's going to be like, it would behoove me to turn my glue gun on, because we're going to have it. And turn the heat tool off. Dry this up. I think it's probably pretty dry. That turned out really nice. I'm happy with that. Really happy with that. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, now I have to save this with my, because we're going to use it. Actually, maybe we'll use it right now. A little bit. Let's use it a little bit. Let's just kind of see. I don't know that it'll make that much difference on here, but we'll see. Pretty. Let's put it up this way, bring it down a little. Yeah, okay. Now, I'm going to close this up, but we're going to use it again. So, that's going to happen. That is going to happen. Until that happens, let's start with, I don't know which side of this. These are those fat squares that I got some at Walmart. I'm just gonna make strips of fabric, and the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to pounce on it and dull that white a little bit. We're going to have this come together. I'm just bound and determined it will come together. It'll be awesome. I'd like to see it come together better, but that's okay. I mean, I'd like to see it come together faster for you, so you don't have to watch so long. And, okay. That one's done, and they're probably going to get it all over my hands. So let's just go. I think the best thing to do is just to do a good bit of red. And then put some blue in. This one is kind of grungy anyway. This one has not been used. Trying to find the raveling edge here. Yeah. Make sure it ravels. Here's another red. I love the blues too. The blues are nice too. But let's just, this bandana print is neat. That tear is easy. Let's go ahead with the blue. I don't want to selvage. And I don't want a long piece. This is a small frame we're doing here. Okay. I'm wondering if that would be neat to do. It's got flowers. It's got a different color. Okay, let's see what we have here now. Let's do this first. Let's do some distressing this. I'm just toning down the white and making it kind of grungy looking. Seems like some of them tone quicker, easier. Maybe it's certain dye in the fabric or finish on the fabric. Whoops, or not on the fabric. Okay, let's try this blue one. I was making a lot of noise. Sorry about that. Okay. This doesn't have a lot of white in it. And did I do that? I did it. Yes, I did. Okay, let's see if we have enough for our bow. Now, where's my bow dobra? What do we want to use to tie that with? Oh, this is raggedy stuff here, fuzzy stuff. Okay, we'll use that. Okay, here we go. Let's see, make a small little thing here and turn it and make another. No, let's see how we want to do this. Let's do it this way. Most of these we'll make 2 each of. So we made it basically reds. And we'll put these over here. Now, let's get our star down to the board. We don't need too much, it's just paper. But we want it to go nicely. And I want it to be low enough so when I put the bow on, the bow, or the bow, or the bow. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Just remember the order I put them in. And this will go on here. Start over. This one. This. Okay, that looks like it's good enough. There we go. Tie it up. And it's too much like that. So let's fold it over and cut some of it off. Make it smaller. Okay. There we go. Make a bow. Get some glue. And we're done. Very good. Oh, I thought my husband was in here for a minute, but I don't see him now. Okay, let's pull some of that down. I'm trying to get some blue to show, but not, I wanted to offset with the, let's see. There's a way to do this, and you do it like this. You learn how to tie a bow so that your tails come down. I learned that making cards so that they trail nicely. And of course, here we go. We did a little twine bow. We probably want to cut a little bit of that off. Okay. We could have put a little more on that, but I think it's good. I think that turned out nicely. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed watching and you learned something, and you learned a few things to do and not to do, and that's how it is. We will catch you next time. we go live. And again, please leave me a comment, leave me a hello, a goodbye, how are you? Any little comment, drop me a heart in there, drop me a like in there, and hit that SHARE button. Thank you very much. God bless you and good night.